Boom. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday night.
That's right.
All right, and goodbye. No. I hope everyone is having a good day. Hope you had a decent week. It's really about all we got. No, I'm good. Trust me. It's just go. Oh, all right. Let's all sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Mr. Marty Dern.
Marty Dean.
Yeah, that was weird. It's like screwed up my own name. Turned 50 today. I know, right? Happy birthday, Marty.
These guys are old, man.
I know. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday, all. Sunny. Oh, hold on. Sunny and 80 in Seattle. Oh,
very nice.
Ooh, Clint checking in from Australia.
What's up? Sunny. Happy Monday, buddy.
Hello from California.
Golly.
Hello from Washington. Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Bye.
California checking in again. Mexico.
Hey.
What's up?
9,000
degrees in Arkansas, as is expected, Mr.
Yeah, just like the RCAs.
Hello from Sacramento.
Kelly's
just banging it tonight. Well, we got a great show for you tonight. Let me just do this real quick. I'm going to give you. All right, so this is the car cam right here. So this is playing. I'm sure that's going to get us like demonetized or some other strange thing like that. But this little box right here is what we're here to talk about. At 6:30, we're going to have Mr. Rich on the show.
That's right.
And we're going to talk about his little products that he has.
Yeah.
There it is.
Right there,
yep,
right.
I'm getting there. So that'll be rdvfl.com. We're going to be talking about streamers tonight. At 6:30. But before we get to that, of course, we have a whole show lined up for you. We're going to answer some of your questions and have a good time. And we want to make sure we hit all our marks. So first up, we're just going to drop it and get it out of the way. AudioControl.
Yes.
Do I need to go any further than that? Of course I do. Make sure you go to audiocontrol.com. Check out the new products that they have. If you're into the Marine, we have the new BT3.
Yes,
is out.
That's what it is.
Which is hanging right above my shoulder right there. We're going to talk all about that at some point. Well, not as old as 54. Very, very good point. Very good point. I'm not 54 yet either. So anyways, that's what we got going on.
Old guys.
We're going to hop into the car at a little bit later and show you how all this stuff works. And it's pretty exciting because if we can pull this off, it'll be amazing because we've got a lot of logistics of doing this. It seemed real easy at the time, but it's not gonna be. So, oh my gosh, Oklahoma checking in at 103. The world is ending, people.
Wow, that's crazy.
The world is ending. 90 in Michigan with a dew point of 71.
See? 90 in Michigan.
Cold and wet.
I
believe it. I was looking and they were talking about how Alaska is going to be getting a cold front. So I was like, oh gosh. Jacksonville and Daytona checking in.
Ooh, there you go.
So here we go. I love my D6 1200.
Perfect.
That's good because that's good. Remember that conversation we had with Alex when we're like, you should come with a 5-channel first. He goes, dude, like I know everyone told me I needed to come on with a 6-channel first. I don't know why they made me do that. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Never talked to us. Yeah.
But he's like, dude, stop saying that. Mr. Doug Dobson checking in. Well, it's only 49 today anyways.
Yeah.
Well, you're only 49 today.
49.
Yeah.
That's
Either way,
it's
whatever.
not that bad.
Yeah. Whatever. He's 50. It's okay, right, man. Congratulations for making it that far. It's the dew point that kills you. It always is the dew point that kills you.
That's right.
Or the tip of the gun. 77 in North Carolina. Hi from Brazil. 60.
60.
Dude, we need to go to Brazil. Wow. Hang out at Fast. Go see Tori.
Go see Tori.
And the HKI.
And the HKI.
Dude, that HKI headquarter location like that he wants to build
I mean, Doug went there. And...
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm just saying. You remember the pictures that he was showing us about, like where they want to build
Oh
the HKI
yeah,
headquarters.
he want to do all crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
dude, that's insane.
Cristiano.
D 18. Well, you know, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, and we'll just leave it at that. I don't. You know, I don't even know what happened to that.
Is there?
No, I don't think it is. I think it got canned.
No.
I think it got canned. Yeah, I think COVID canned it.
Well, we're going to figure it out.
No.
Oh, we're going to find out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Disneyland, very nice.
I think it got canned, and then they just moved on. I have a Touring window control on my Jeep. Love it.
Perfect.
I need one for the Mustang, just to do the back windows, because I hate holding the switch for the back windows. And then I want them to figure out the top, so that when I turn the top off, I can just hit a button and it'll do all the stuff that I have to sit there and hold the button for. So that just drives me crazy. And Doug was like, yeah, we could probably do it. I'm like, I know you can. It's just a matter of sitting in there and figuring it out. Right. D6 1200 was a tactical move to stimulate the LC 1.800 and the LC 1.1500 sales. No. I mean, yeah, sure, we can go with that, but really wasn't. Right. You know, it just was. Trust me, man. There's not that much thought that goes into these things. It's just like, we think this is the one we should do first. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at it, the first amps were actually the Epicenter 600 and the Epicenter 1200, which were disasters because they priced themselves out of the market because you put the Epicenter in the amplifier, and a lot of people just didn't understand how that was going to work, so it just kind of like threw things off. But fellas,
yes,
may I ask, should use high to low input converter with stock head unit if the amplifier has high level inputs? I spend the extra cash and go big with AudioControl amps. No, if you have the AudioControl amps, they actually have the same line output converters. There again, this shoulder. These line output converters here are the same line output converters that are built into the amplifier. So there's absolutely no need on an LC or a D series. That's what LC stands for, line converter. So there is no reason to do any form of line output adapter before an LC or D amplifier, for that matter. Nothing AudioControl. Now, outside of the AudioControl world, most amplifiers that have high level to low level inputs will take like 10 volts of input if it has a built-in high level input adapter. So you just have to make sure that the output of whatever you're using isn't over that voltage. If it is, then yes, you need some form of a high end, like an LC7i or something like that. Now, the first thing, before you even go high level to low level, before you even think high level to low level, the first thing you should always do is see if they make some form of an amplifier integration for your car, whether it be from pack-audio.com or iDataLink or Nav TV. Helix makes some for German cars, and so does Audison. But you want to see if there's some form of an amplifier interface first before you do that, because if you don't have to go high level, it's a much better experience.
Yeah.
So, what's up, Car Gift?
What's up, Car Gift?
Okay.
Somebody mentioned, I'm trying to look for it, like a recent. Hang on, let me see.
Okay, you hang on. I'll move on.
What is a good entry-level SQ 5-channel amplifier?
And you know, everyone throws that term SQ around. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What does that mean? I mean, really what you look at, I mean, if SQ means you're going to want tunability of some kind, so you're going to need like something that like has a DSP built into it. So at that point, you're like, all right, so do I need a 5-channel amp with a DSP?
Right.
And then you go, okay, well, he says SQ. What does he really mean by that? Are we just going to do a front stage upgrade in subwoofer? Because when you're thinking SQ, you're thinking active, which is like active tweeter, active mid-range. Yeah. I'm not thinking front rear sub. So they're like using that term, really what you want to ask is what you really want to ask. I want a good amplifier to power a set of front speakers, a set of rear speakers, and a sub. Or I want a good amplifier to power a set of tweeters, a set of mid-range, and a sub. If you're thinking SQ, I want DSP, so say DSP. AudioControl makes the D5 1300, which is an excellent SQ. amplifier because it has a DSP built into it. Very nice one, easy to use. It can do tweeters, mid-range subwoofer, and have an output to go to a second amplifier to do rear if you'd like.
Yeah.
Morel has a 5-channel amplifier, but doesn't have a DSP. So does that mean SQ, or do we just want something that sounds good? Because the Morel SQ, slow quality, perfect. So if you want like just a really good sounding, affordable 5-channel amplifier, Christian has a point there with the Morel, because it's an AB class front end for the first channels 1 through 4, 70 watts by 4, and then it's a class D 5-channel that is 500 watts to the output. So, and if that's a class D, bigger size, obviously, because you have A, B, and D, but an entry-level setup. And there again, what is entry-level? Are we talking entry-level like we're going to look at some Boss or Planet Audio? Or are we talking entry-level where we're like, we might have the budget to do some, like, I don't know, down for sound stuff?
Okay, so
or are we talking
we can go on and on and on.
Right. But I mean, we could do an entry-level 8-channel amplifier from JBL. JBL has the 8-channel DSP amplifier that's like banging, and it's a great way to grow because you can put that into a car and power front active, mid bass active, rear, and a single subwoofer, dual voice coil off of it. And then you could add bigger amplifiers later and you still have your DSP. So I mean, there's
now one of the things, if you only looking for a small footprint amplifier, the Kenwood Excellent X802.5, it's a good amplifier, front, rear, sub, perfectly fine.
And the 901.5 is even better.
It's even better, but depends of what kind of quality you want. That's for sure. Yes, that do high res. Yes. All right, SQ, tea and scones with peach sweets.
Peach sweets. Yes, pinky's out, bro. Pinky's out.
Do you guys have any experience with the Focal Utopia WX33 sub?
No. Other than hearing it.
I mean, you hear it, right?
I've heard it.
I think
it sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Look at Rich. He's got his new wallpaper in the background.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
He's getting excited. He's sitting there in the background.
Meg is in the house.
What's up?
What's up? Hang on. I got to go back.
No, that's okay. You got all excited.
That big one.
2028 Tacoma. I got a Stinger 10-inch. I'm having a problem with navigation location, not steady all over the place.
I'm thinking it's a 2008.
I'm thinking, or 2018. Okay. Yeah. I mean, either way, location not steady all over the place. First thing would be, where do you have your GPS antenna? Do you have tinted windshield if you put it in the car? Because if you have a tinted windshield and it's underneath the dash, then the metal and the tint is going to screw that up. And then, of course, the worst question, the worst answer always is, are you sure the radio is totally up to date? I know you just bought it. You probably just put it in, but that does not mean that the software in the radio is up to date. This is a point of contention that I have with manufacturers, that when stuff sits in the warehouse, it's like, update this stuff. Update it before you ship it to me. And they're like, well, we can't do that. And it's like, okay, so I have to spend the half hour to update the software. So I would start there and check those simple things. And then if you still have a problem after that, make sure that screw-on type GPS antenna is nice and tight. And if that's still a problem, then I would reach out to their tech support guys and see if they can give you a solution to that.
All right.
Original head unit. Can't get rid of turn-off pop. Went through a bunch of troubleshooting with AudioControl and Rockford Fosgate.
It's still there.
Still there. Any help? All right. So a lot of the times what we find is turn on and off pop is a matter of delay or sequencing, meaning this turns off, that turns off. Or it's just a matter of one piece of equipment causing a problem with other pieces of equipment. Some cases you can diode isolate each piece of equipment so that they're not backfeeding into others. So if it's like just 1 amp, then that's not really going to be the case. But if it's 1 amp and a DSP, or 2 amps, putting a diode in the remote turn-ons so that when 1 amp shuts off, it's not shooting a bunch of current back to the other amplifier. However, if it's a signal problem, what you may want to do, this is in there again, you have the original head unit, so there's always that as an issue. what are we using for turn on? Are we using DC offset? Maybe go to a different, maybe find a true accessory source that shuts it off. And then if none of this works, then go and get a Metro trigger, which is a device with a variable timer on it. Set the timer for farther, like let's say 3 minutes, so that you're far away from your car when it turns off. I know that's not a solution, but it's a sanity point to where when you turn the car off, you don't hear it because they're actually all still on. And then when it goes to shut off, you're far, far away. Dude, we're all struggling with this. So it's part of the new world order.
There you go.
Right now, I'm running the Hertz 2-channel amp for my subs, but I want to do a 4-channel. Would it better to run the Hertz 5-channel or do 2 amps? Well, all right. So this is one of those situations where you got to kind of think it through. Like, what is my end game? Do I only want to have 1 amp? How much room do I have? Do I have a ton of room for amplifiers? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the 5-channel is a great alternative because it gives you obviously the output for the sub. It gives you the 4-channel amp you're looking for, and it allows you to keep things nice and simple. And you literally just pull out your 2-channel, put the 5-channel in, run the rest of your speaker wires, and you're done. Because I'm thinking that the power wire and everything else will be the same, so you really don't have to lose any sleep on it that way. So that would definitely be the easier solution. You could add in the 4-channel, keep the 2-channel, and there again accomplish the same thing. You have 6 channels of sound now. Move the 2 channels to do something else, and use 2 of the channels from the other one, and then bridge the 2 to make it a 3-channel amplifier. There again, and then you got well, I have 2 amplifiers now. Now I have more current draw. What does my car think about that? Is my car going to handle that? So there's really no right answer, but for me, I think. For me personally, I would buy the 5-channel, sell the 2-channel, and just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because I like simple. I really do.
All right. This is not simple.
No, it's got a lot of letters and stuff. So does a subwoofer really need to be controlled on DSP? Using a stock stereo with the DSR1. Was thinking of using the 8-channel Tweet 3-inch mid rear fill and just high level of, okay. So basically what you're asking is you got 8 channels to deal with. What the hell? Do I need a DSP for the subwoofer? We ran into this same scenario before. It's more common than you would think. All right. Depends on what your source unit is really what it comes down to. So like a DSR1, if you're using that as AR, the AR is giving you the full bandwidth output to the DSR1. So going out of the radio, you may not have a channel to connect the subwoofer to. Now, if you're just, let's say, using it on a factory radio where you have front rear going into the DSR1, and you're using it high level to go off to the amplifier, and it's not doing any AR type stuff, then go ahead. Definitely. The mids and highs, that part of it is going to be way more important than the subwoofer aspect of it, because more than likely you have a subwoofer volume control where you're just turning that sucker up and down anyways. And you're not worried about time alignment for the subwoofer. You're not like, I need upfront bass. Well, we'll find the point at your volume where that gives you that and rock on. But most people are fine with just having the sub on its own and using it to do front, rear, and sub. However, the other scenario for this is to leave it alone and just put the rears on high level. So yeah, that's also an option.
All right.
Okay, now that I have found a great set of subs for my 2019 Chevy truck, what mids and highs would you suggest I get that would match well with my 1800 watt kicker mono dual 8-inch Memphis truck box? I currently have Diamond Audio Pros in the front doors with the horn tweeters, but I'm getting tired of those. Ooh. All right, so this is a tough one. I think, okay, so I'm going to make 2 suggestions here.
Okay.
And I think you'll agree with these. It'd either be Focal of some kind or T2 Rockfords. And the reason why I say that is because she's got a horn tweeter. And she's probably just getting fatigued because it's so much.
Too loud.
It's just, I like it loud, but I also, I want to hear some of the rest of the music.
Yes,
so
correct.
A T2 is going to be affordable and give you the down and dirty. You know, like it's going to keep you in that like excitable tweeter, but it's going to bring the rest of the music with it. And it's affordable price point.
Yeah.
Focal is going to take that plus 10.
Yeah.
And price wise plus 10.
Yes.
So, I mean, except for the access, but you know, we and they have the new slate fibers.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So we have the new slate fibers.
I would check the flax. That's for sure, man.
Well, yeah, but there again, the slate fiber is a more an inexpensive alternative to those.
Yes, and it has that.
Speaking of an Orca product here in the United States, Moscone, Gladen also makes speakers, but we understand what you're trying to do. Probably the Gladen wouldn't be the way to go. But Moscone-America.com makes some amazing products. Specifically, what we see here is the Pro line. But do me a favor, project for this weekend. If you haven't done it, and we've been asking you to do it for a month now, head over to Moscone-America.com and just peruse the page. Just see what they make, because they make some really amazing stuff that you might be interested in.
Yeah.
I think next week or the week after, we might start playing with the little DSP, the little Atamo, just to kind of give you guys a touchy feeling on that. So stay tuned. All right.
How do you set gains for the AudioControl D4800 or get the right voltage out?
So on top of the amplifier, they have the input milk light and they have the output distortion light. So they're on top of the amplifier. Their peak light indicators are right on there. So
and then just blink when.
The other thing too is that it depends on how you're using it. So are you using it with a factory radio or with something with RCA preamp? The other thing too is, dude, this is a DSP amplifier. Don't worry about the gain so much, okay? Because you have a full EQ there to play with. I typically start with my amplifier in the input settings at -3. So everything starts at -3. 2018 Mustang, 9-speaker system. Would like to keep stock radio. Best way to keep stock controls. Info system, DSR1 or PAC Pro or RR and Auto Bit Tune. Thank you. DSR1. Out of all those, this is a DSR1. The PAC doesn't actually make something for the Mustang. If they do, it's a lie. But the DSR1 is the easiest thing to put in that thing and keep it nice and simple and working great. My Mustang is sitting right over here. My DSR1 is somewhere around here. At some point, it'll go in there. But yes, if you want to keep the factory radio, DSR1 is the way to go.
There you go.
2021 GMC SUV. Can I use the accessory wire to the radio for remote turn on? Has 13.5 volts when radio is on. The 2021 GMC does not have an accessory wire going to the radio. If you're finding a wire that has 3.5 volts when the radio is on, that is not an accessory wire. That is something else entirely. That radio is 100% controlled from data. That wire might be an illumination wire. It could be a VSS wire. It could be a lot of things, but I can tell you the one thing it's not is a accessory wire. It might turn on and off with the car, but do not use it. If you want an accessory wire for that car, go someplace else.
Yeah. Can you get an Ignition 3?
I mean, I would get an Ignition 3 or I'd get a TR4.
Yeah.
So we have videos talking about ING3 and Ignition ING3 and a TR4, which are great alternatives to create an accessory current for those vehicles.
Yep.
But please be very careful when trying to grab that. GM is the most data-centric car there has ever been.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, talk about the Kenwoods. Hey, what's the difference between the Kenwood X 802.5 and the XR 900.5?
The 900.5 is the older version. The 901.5 is the current version. Really what it comes down to is the XR 901.5. So the 900 is the older version. It doesn't have a bass knob. It's a great little amplifier. You could probably find one either used or older, maybe reconditioned. Spectacular amp.
Hi, Mom.
Very nice. The 901.5, way better amplifier, totally different topography. high-res audio capable, has a bass knob now. They look very similar. That's where it ends. It's a total redesign of the amplifier. The 802.5 is just Kenwood's affordable entry-level 5-channel amplifier. I love it. We use it a ton of times. It's got a ton of power, but the 901.5 is a way bigger amplifier. We dynoed it. I think we're like 800 watts in the sub. But I can tell you right now, all the Kenwood amplifiers overperform. So, you know, if I'm trying to get an amplifier and I don't need more than the power the 802.5 has, I'm going with that every time. If I need a little bit more, like, because the power difference in
you
spec,
need a little bit more what?
Because the power difference between those two amplifiers is very similar, but I can tell you the XR they way underrate that amplifier. So it's really what it comes down to is the way underrating of the XR.
All right.
All right, we got a couple more minutes here, and then we're
yeah.
going to get Rich, who's in the waiting room, waiting to come on. So we're almost there. Just want to do a quick check on the car. So we're still playing movies over here. Hi, guys. I'm removing a speaker, and I see if all others still playing, a good way to accurately determine if I need load resistors or not. No, it's not. Unfortunately, the load resistor game has gotten very fun and exciting, and it all depends on the chip that the manufacturer in the car is using. If you have an older vehicle, let's say 5 years ago, chances are good the load resistor, you could probably get away with some AC LGD blues, just the LGDs, the generic ones, because it's not anything you're going to hear. It's the load resistance, like specifically in a Ford, is done in frequency response, meaning it's not that they shut off, it's that it loses control because the ohm load from the speaker isn't there. So you will never hear that, but your tweeters will, and your tweeters will get lit up like Roman candles, and then you'll be like, why do I keep roasting tweeters? Well, because that's where the problem is. Now, in a modern car, 5 years or back, so the chipsets are a little bit different. Chrysler was always simple. You disconnect all the speakers, the sound shuts off. Oh, crap. Put a load back on it, turns back on. That's not how they work now. GM specifically, it takes 3 days before the amplifier actually will shut off. So just because you disconnect the speaker, turn it on, and it plays now, that doesn't mean it's going to play in 3 days. We found that out the hard way, of course. So that needs the AC LGD greens.
Yes.
So most current cars right now on the road, the AC LGD greens are what you're going to want, which are the 20s. Are they the 20s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is the 20, AC LGD 20.
Look who it is.
Mr. Jeremy.
Who?
I'm going to say it wrong. I always say it wrong. Jeremy. Anyways.
The Helios LLC would do
audio detect resistance. Yeah. Well, and there again, a lot of the new products will, all the new AC, all these, the AC LC1i, the LC2i Pro, the Epicenter Micro, it's all built into it.
Before you go,
yes,
we're gonna answer this question.
Yep. Can your IRTA2 help me find the bass signal for my 2013 Toyota Camry V6 EXL with the JBL audio system with a 6.5-inch sub? So the IRTA2 is a two-channel two-channel high-level or low-level electrical RTA, which means that if you hook up probes to the high-level input and you play pink noise in your car and you have the IRTA hooked up to a compatible lightning adapter device, then yes, you will see what is going on. And Fernando's pulled it up here, and let's see, Fernando's 3. And just to see how that works, how to use the IRTA2 to choose the right speaker for your sub. We actually have a video already made up and ready to go, so that if you want to see that bad boy doing what you're asking, it's all set and ready to go right there for you. Check that one out, and if you still have questions after that, of course, you can always chime in on Monday or Instagram or any place like that.
Yeah.
But right now we're putting on some headphones, and we're gonna bring our boy Rich in.
Oh, I thought we are gonna be a mixing.
I gotta figure out which one
stuff.
is right and left. Oh, I don't know how I ever thought these were comfortable.
All right, got it.
You got it.
I got the mixer over here.
You got 2 turntables and a microphone. All right, let's bring Rich in real quick. All right, and we're gonna switch this look.
Ooh, look at that.
Can you hear us, Rich?
Fancy, yes.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me do this because we got our volume all the way up.
Am I loud? I'm probably loud anyway.
Oh,
You're good now.
You're good.
You're good now.
Okay,
all right.
perfect.
Let's do this, and then I want to bring this guy in here so we can just have that at the top.
Perfect.
Oh, look at that.
Fancy.
I know, right? We're so bougie. I'm gonna bring up camera 4 real quick so you can see right here we got Netflix playing in the Mustang. So that is we have the little cool 3-in-1 right here. We're gonna plug this in a little bit, but before we get to all of that, let's do this. I'm gonna bring Fernando's page up here, and it's gonna knock us out. But I'll turn us over here into the top, or I'll put us over here in the bottom, and I'm gonna try this. All right, so there we go. There's that. Now we need to get rid of the banner. It just seems easy in our heads. It's just always easy in our head. All right. So here's the website. Automotive Integration Specialists. Let's talk. What are we talking about?
Yes. So, well, you seem like you've done this a time or two.
No, this is all new. Okay, we trust me when I say we're trying to put ourselves, we're painting ourselves in the corners so we can find solutions to make this better for everybody.
Yep.
So wait till we get into the car. That's going to be fun as all get out. But we'll get there in a couple minutes. Let's talk a little bit about what you got going on here so we can kind of fill everybody in.
Yeah, so basically what we do, what I do is I specialize in adding video integration into higher-end vehicles primarily. So that includes CarPlay, or wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, camera inputs, video streaming, anything that you could add video-wise to a lot of these vehicles is primarily what I'm doing. Wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, obviously, are the really big, desires right now and needs in the industry for a lot of these vehicles that have older, antiquated radios and infotainment systems. So, CarPlay and Android Auto is really what everybody's looking for. And yeah, that's really what the focus is. Video streaming as well.
You say high end, and I see, of course, we have Tesla, we have Dodge, GMC. So I mean, it's not like it's all exotics. It's the
no. We have Chevy.
It's the bread.
Of course.
It's those us peasant cars too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We cater to everybody for sure.
Only 2028 plus. So I'm holding this little guy right here in my hand, which is the wired to wireless adapter for factory wired vehicles that you can buy directly off of the site. You ship right out, which is kind of what we want to talk about today. Just because, yes, it's great if you have a car in an older vehicle and you wish it had CarPlay, because in some of these cars, like we were talking the other day about a BMW, and it was like, why would we want to take the radio out of that? It's all jog, and it's a sexy thing. And you make a kit that'll allow you to go into that. But it's not a plug and play in the sense that it does plug in and it will play, but there's a lot to do to get behind it. So those are dealer pieces. So that's going to be like, bring somebody like Fernando or they could go to your dealer locator and get those pieces. But if you already have a radio that has wired, because you got it a couple years back, or your car came wired, that's where this little guy comes into play, right?
Exactly. So yeah, that basically that does 3 different things. That primary function is to convert wired CarPlay to wireless CarPlay and wired Android Auto to wireless Android Auto for OEM systems and aftermarket radios as well. There's some older, even some newer Kenwoods and Alpines and Pioneers out there that are only wired CarPlay or wired Android Auto, and now you could make them wireless without having to buy a whole new radio.
Does this still have the thing with Sony? Can't do Sony?
Some Sonys work, some don't. It's a little hit or miss with Sony. So it's not all Sonys do, all Sonys don't. I primarily don't advertise for Sony because it's kind of hit or miss with some radios working, some not. But all of the other radios, for the most part, it works. All the major brands, a lot of the lower tier brands as well that have wired CarPlay, it works on a lot of different radios. So really handy piece.
So again, someone's asking about the F-150. So if your F-150 has CarPlay in it, just like my Ford over here, the Mustang, it's a simple plug-in, which we're going to demonstrate here real soon.
Yeah.
We're going to hop in the car. And right now we have... So, all right. So back to the three things that this does real quick, because we kind of got side-jagged as always. What are the... So turns your factory aftermarket radios, CarPlay or Android Auto into wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and then it will do next.
That will also do phone mirroring, wireless mirroring for iOS devices, for iPhone and for Android as well. And they also have built-in YouTube and Netflix apps as well. So you could do phone mirroring, which primarily just allows you to mirror whatever's on your phone. Usually the higher tiered video streaming apps like Hulu and Sling and things like that are restricted. So this basic piece, you get YouTube and you get Netflix. The apps are built into the device. You could log into them on your device, just give it internet connection, and then you can stream it directly from the device. So it's a nice piece. You get actually, three features in one. And a lot of people are looking for just basic mirroring, just want YouTube or even Netflix now with the latest software update, because they are updatable and we do add features to the devices as time goes on. So we just released an update for that one specifically, actually, that added Netflix, which wasn't available prior. So
now let's talk about the video streamer, which I have right now. That's what's playing right here in the car. We're watching a Netflix movie. Oh, wrong button. That one. Hey, it's us again.
3.
Yeah, it's 3. All right. So what is the big difference between the streamer? So if I go up to the $500 video streamer, what makes that one like, oh my gosh?
Well, so that one's not just mirroring your phone. That one is an actual standalone operating system. So that doesn't even need a phone to operate at all. You actually download
right here.
Correct. Which with the phone is what communicates with the mirror interface, the CPA mirror. So you need the phone in order to utilize the features. Whereas the streamer works completely independent from a phone, and as long as it has internet connection, which a dedicated hotspot is usually the best way to utilize that piece, you could stream whatever video streaming apps you want. You download them directly to it. They're stored on the device, accessed from the touchscreen or touchpad. And that's how you access all of the video streaming on that device. So you don't have to rely on your phone. It can work independently. And it also adds wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto as well. So you get those two features also. So it converts the factory wired CarPlay to wireless, because that piece also works through the CarPlay input and just plugs into the USB. So really straightforward.
Talking about USB, so these actually have a USB on the end of them, both this and the streamer. So the 3-in-1 and the streamer, that if you have a thumb drive with a bunch of movies on it, you can plug it right in and control them from both of these, correct?
Correct, yeah. So even if you don't have internet connection and you're going on a trip somewhere where you're not going to have data or access to any type of internet, you can still go on your road trip, watch the movies through there, and it'll run through your CarPlay input through the streamer or the mirror piece.
Also on the streamer, it has a full Google browser, so it has Chrome.
Correct. Yes, you download the apps right from your Google Play Store. There's also some other third-party apps on there that you could download other video streaming apps. So really cool piece, because it runs Android. It's really flexible. You could do a lot with it. You could download a lot of different apps. Even radar detector apps and stuff like that you could utilize. There's a lot of different stuff you could do with that piece, which, it's more than just video streaming. So it's really cool. You could do a lot with it. It's fun piece.
That's very nice. One of the things where they can get for example, you have a dealer locator, right? So they can order from the website or they can go to any dealer.
Correct. Yeah, basically,
Right.
I got dealers all over the U.S., Canada. They could just go and usually pick them up from dealers. A lot of dealers have them in stock. These pieces, because they're just USB adapters and they just plug into the USB, it's something that doesn't require professional installation. So these are products that you can get direct from the website, and it's easy. You just plug it in and go on your way. And so it's a lot simpler than what the other products are that are integrating CarPlay into vehicles that didn't have it. So these are a lot more accessible.
Very nice. One of the things, if they have any questions about these pieces that they trying to connect in the factory radios and everything, they contact you specifically. Like you are the one they answering the phone calls.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you have direct access to me. I'm the one that deals with all the products and the vehicles, and I am the key holder
You're
of
the
the
face.
knowledge. Yes, and I am the knowledge holder of the information for pretty much everything. So yeah, absolutely. If you ever reach out, you're most likely going to reach out to me directly, whether it's for sales or support. I handle primarily all of the sales and support aspect of everything in the company side, and I'm always here. I'm always available. You could call me, you could email me, reach out anytime. I'm always available. So.
Perfect. Real quick, Ada just pop in right here. He's Absolute Electronics also. So like, if you guys are there in Maryland, you can go and pick one of those bad boys in his store.
Absolutely, man. They do a lot of our CarPlay interfaces over there. Really, really great shop, man. Ada's a great dude. We all love Ada. And,
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He's got his moments.
I know, right?
But he's got everything in stock over there. So really
That's
great
awesome.
shop.
That is awesome. We're just waiting over here for.
You're all set. You can stop
yeah,
talking.
we good. All right.
So we're going to switch to
camera
4. It's going to pop up here. Go over there.
All right.
And we're going to turn that on.
All right. Woo. Let's see.
All right. Can you hear me, Rich?
Yes, I hear you.
Is there an echo?
No, I do not hear any echo. You sound good.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. So what we got, I can hear an echo myself.
Just keep it going.
All right. So what we got going on is the streamer. Take a look at this.
Just leave it there.
No, look into that.
I know.
All right, so here's the streamer plugged into the armrest. And we have its own Wi-Fi connected. We're not using the phone. And up here on the screen is Netflix playing. Go back. Here's our Netflix. We'll hit this guy here. That'll take us out. Right, this is push to talk. Go back. Come on. There we go. So here's our home menu. It's doing the little movie still playing in the bottom. You connect to CarPlay. It might not do that because it's not hooked up. So we'll go back. Chrome. So I'll launch. I typed a website earlier. RailHiFi.com.
Yeah. Wow, it's very fancy.
So that is the streamer.
Yeah, really cool piece. Full internet access, video streaming, web browser, everything all in one. take it from car to car, factory radios, aftermarket radios. Really cool piece.
So if my radio cooperates, yep, there we go. So anybody that buys one of these comes in this cool little box. And right now it's going through this boot up and doing the whole thing, which you're going to change soon, right?
Yes, absolutely. There's going to be a quicker boot up and a different boot up screen. So
mine is not up to date.
That's correct.
My
We
bad.
have an update. No,
But
it's all
there
good.
it is. Now, a couple things that immediately we ran into is that it has a warning that pops up that you can go in and turn off. If you don't like the startup noise, you can turn that off. And then you can have it auto go directly to CarPlay.
Correct. Yeah, it's pretty customizable for the most part. You could turn on and off some of the features, like you said, the boot up, the sound. You could have it auto start up in CarPlay. So I think that's probably the number one feature for me, is to have it auto start up in CarPlay, because that's primarily what everybody's using them for, is, the wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. I think the mirroring is just a benefit for the most part. It's a bonus. And so having it start up automatically in CarPlay is definitely key. Really nice feature of it that you can set it up like that. And then, the new update adds a YouTube and a Netflix app right there on screen. So you could just select YouTube and Netflix directly from the home screen there. So you have those apps available right on the home screen now.
And the USB drive is what we were talking about, where you could access your videos and stuff like that once you plug in.
Correct.
To the end of this.
Yep, absolutely. And that's also how you do the software updates. Software updates are really, really simple. Download the software to a thumb drive, plug it in there, wait 4 or 5 minutes, let it do its thing, and you're done. And then that also has Mirrorcast as well. So you can Mirrorcast to it, which is a nice feature also.
Yes. So like my phone is here. It's right here. It's not plugged in.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I love it. It's a sanity piece for me, because I can't stand not having wireless.
Simple things make life so much better sometimes. It's the little things that you don't realize until you use it, and then you don't have it any longer, how important they are. And this is one of those things that you really don't know how much you miss wireless until you don't have it. When you go from being wireless and then having to plug in, it's a big difference, man. And you really appreciate being wireless once you start using wireless.
So we're in the car. Is there any feature you need me to show while I'm sitting here?
No, I mean, basically, that's a really simple piece. The home screen gives you your access to your wireless CarPlay, your wireless Android Auto, all of your basic features that you would want to access right from that main screen. It's a simple, clean UI, and it's a really straightforward piece, man. You could toggle in and out. You still activate Siri the same way. Exactly. It's quick in and out. You want to go back to your factory screen, you go back to your factory music, want to go back in. So it's intuitive.
It responds very good.
Yeah, and we're adding features always too. So we're adding updates and adding features, and constantly evolving with the products as well.
And the other thing too, I'll say, is if you're not listening to CarPlay, you're listening to the factory radio. If you get a text message or a phone call, it will automatically switch over to CarPlay, so that you can talk and do all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, it keeps those safety features available to you.
All right.
Well, let's head back over to the bench.
Awesome. We're
Can you
back.
hear me now?
Oh yeah. All right, we're back. All right, let's go back to this one here. Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Oh, thank God, that worked.
All right. This is
It worked
actually
perfect.
You have no idea how stressful that was when we're like, hey man, we'll do it from the car and we'll do all. It's like, how are we gonna do that?
this is a good one right there. Jeremy always has a good wood points.
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's funny you say that because one of the things that when you and I first started talking previously, and everyone was like, wireless CarPlay sucks because it kills the battery and you can't go all day with it and blah blah blah. So we were going on vacation to Tennessee, and I was like, hey, I have this great idea. We're renting a van because I'm not driving my car to Tennessee. Screw that. This
Right.
guy's up in Tennessee. I'm just kidding. So I grabbed my unit. I grabbed the unit. I plugged it in, paired up my phone. Well, it was already paired up because that's the nice thing is once your phone is paired to the unit, you just have to plug it into something and it auto connects. So it's paired to the piece, not to the car, which is great. So there again, you're traveling. I plugged it into the rental car. It was already paired. We drove all the way to Tennessee, straight through 12 hours, listening to music the whole time, using the navigation. And it was like, it was nothing. Like my phone didn't even care. Didn't even care. Didn't kill my back. And then we got there and I used my phone to film, because we got to film everything. And it was like, this is great. So for those of you guys that are kind of like leery about like the whole battery life, it's not a thing. And especially that was with an old 13. That's not, or the 12 or 11. It's like an iPhone 11, not the Pro Max, which is like, I charge it every other day now. I mean, we're not Android users like you. But,
Well, listen, phones come fast and furious, man. It's unbelievable. They push it out like crazy.
One question right here for Christian.
My factory audio OE does iOS wireless, but Droid wired. Would I only need the mirror?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the 3-to-1.
Correct.
So
that'll convert the factory Android Auto to wireless.
That will be this one here.
Yeah, that one.
Right.
So you only need that one.
The first one that you see. Yep. Perfect.
And if you want to test a Christian, of course, we have those in stock. He lives out in Orlando, so Paul has them in stock if you need one.
Yeah, swing by.
Yes. But dang. All right. Well, all right. So let's talk some more. Let's talk about that graffiti thing you got going on behind you.
So I wanted to do something a little different, a little retro. It's not the permanent logo, but just something for fun.
I like it.
I grew up in New York City basically, and back then 80s, 90s, that was really, really big. So that was part of the culture. So I wanted to do kind of something, a little bit of a throwback to the old New York days. And I put the circuitry on there because that's what we're doing modern today, is circuitry. So I wanted to kind of do like a little throwback retro, but something current as well. So just try to make it fun. And
t-shirts. I'll just say t-shirts, man. Need that t-shirt.
They're coming.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
They're coming. I already got them made.
There you go.
Dallas, here we come.
Oh yeah.
So besides battery, do we lose sound quality doing wireless?
No.
Easy enough. Wow, that was like an Andy Waymeyer answer right there. Just straight out. No. And exactly. You actually, it's way better than Bluetooth, because remember, this isn't Bluetooth. This is a Wi-Fi connection. I guess we should mention that when wireless is Wi-Fi. So we're peer-to-peering from the phone to the 3-to-1 to get that signal. So there is no quality problem when using wireless. If you just have Bluetooth in the car, it'll actually sound better.
Correct.
But
and it's more based on your source than anything.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing too we want to talk about when we're talking about the streamer is that which I found out, and we talked about this, is that it really should have a hotspot of its own. Like
Correct.
Pairing it to the phone for the hotspot, it will work, but it works a lot faster if it's on its own Wi-Fi hotspot. So if your car has a Wi-Fi hotspot, great. Like you have a new GM, like you just rock and roll, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Chrysler's also, Ford's. A lot of the newer vehicles have built-in hotspots. And, there's a few reasons why you're going to get better performance using a dedicated hotspot. Number one, the faster the internet connection to it, the better quality video streaming you're going to get.
Okay.
So, just like same thing on your phone, if you got 3G, you're not really going to be able to download or, stream video very good quality. So better quality internet, better quality video streaming. It also gives you the ability to switch in between CarPlay and video streaming faster, because if you're using the hotspot on the phone has to disconnect the hotspot and then connect the dedicated Wi-Fi for CarPlay. So there's that disconnect and then reconnect, whereas if you're using a dedicated hotspot, the internet connection is coming from the hotspot, and then the Wi-Fi connection for CarPlay can still stay active because it's not having to disconnect on the phone side from the hotspot back to CarPlay Wi-Fi, because it's two different protocols. So that's why hotspot is usually the best way to do it. And then, you could take it from car to car with you if, you buy a dedicated hotspot, or if you already have it built into the vehicle, even better.
Okay.
Christian asked this question here. What about connects to USB-C? There's actually a USB-C to USB adapter in the box. I was
Correct.
like, oh, yeah. So that's actually in the
So
box.
they give you they think about everything. There you go.
Yeah, because Porsche, new Mercedes are all USB-C. So we need to be able to accommodate them as well without having to provide additional cables and send customers on the road to find something to work.
Well,
So it comes with a little adapter.
There you go. Very nice.
I have one here handy. Hold on. I'll show you. So USB cable and then USB-C adapter.
Perfect.
Perfect.
In the box. Yep. So it comes with everything you need.
Very nice. All right, let's go out to the website real quick one more time.
Yeah.
Let's say, what are you doing? Scroll down. Yep, perfect. And I'll pull this guy up here because that one. Do this, and I'm going to switch us out for this. And if anyone is interested in picking one of these up, you can go to rdvfl.com. If you have any questions about it through the website, you can contact Rich and learn more. There is a click to purchase right at this, so you can get it directly from him. If you have a dealer in your area, more than likely they are going to have these things in stock, so you could try your dealer locator first. What am I missing? Is that it? We're good? We got them?
That's it. Phone number's on the bottom. You can always email. Contact info's there, and any questions, give a call. I'm always available.
Well, there you go, guys. We'll pop this back up. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, Rich, and helping us show this new product, this cool product, this fun thing, this peace of mind that I now have been using for a while, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that. That's it. We're going to see you soon.
That's right.
Yes,
2.5 weeks.
So really excited.
We'll talk more then. But with that, we're going to let you guys go. Make sure you head over to his website, check it out, see if this is something you're interested in. If your car doesn't have CarPlay or Android Auto, see if there's a solution available for you. Keep in mind that if you don't have a backup camera, like a lot of the BMWs don't have backup cameras, there's a solution for that, and the Audis too.
Yeah.
Not the Innies, though.
Yep.
The Innies are fine.
No.
Hey, guys, it's the weekend. It's Saturday night. Rich is going to go have fun, and so are we.
Yes,
of
course.
Enjoy your night, guys.
Yeah, make sure to join us back here Monday. We're going to have another guest in the hot seat, a friend of the show. You know him, Rich, Mr. Christopher McNulty.
Of course.
He's going to be in talking about the new Electromedia stuff, so stay tuned for that. But with that, guys, go forth, be merry. If you're going to do something silly tonight, make sure, you know, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a friend that isn't with you and hasn't had an exciting night either, because we want you guys back here on Monday to enjoy the show with us. You got anything, Fernando?
That's it, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys on Monday.
DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all the cool tools that we use. RDVFL is a place you can go and find cool streamers. You guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.